Kia at Travel Culture. It's a pleasure to have you. Today, we explore a recreational center called Nyungu Yamawe located in Kitakut. By reaching the town center after Kira Zone, you can see the stone post to follow through the Maram Road past the tree post, all the way to the gate entrance. Across the gate is this green pitch and forest with various activities also part of the center. Now let's get inside and explore the area. The gate is made of the African traditional papyrus reflecting back in time with the ancestry traditions before modern-day metallic doors. This natural green entrance also is in rhythm with nature area as a recreational area. The Maram space scene is for car parking. Various activities, most famous being ziplining, are conducted for recreational purposes. We shall instead enjoy the forest walk being a weekday and the first time to check out the area for a full activity come back. The area is full of pine tree forest, where some parts are beautifully aligned with walking pathways aligned with sticks painted white to easily trace the walkways. Taking this natural walk turn, there is immediately a beautiful photo booth for arrivals to dive into photography. Isn't that beautiful? Once one has fully immersed in the photos, then it gets deeper into this naturally organized forest. It's a perfect balance of green infrastructure where modern development balances with the green surroundings. Then add the calmness and fresh air experience of just nature breathtaking at its best. It's exactly why this free entrance recreation center was established. The place we are at is called Nyungu Yamawe. As locally known, it's like a Swahili wording and also similar to a Western Uganda language anecdote. As we explore around, then we can get a full story of the gist, right? Wait, do you notice how the table complements the tree? I wish in our quickly urbanizing development world, we similarly adapted new developments to nature than cutting the trees down. Oh, ahead here is the fireplace. I bet the forest night can become so cold, and those decided on camping can warm up here before the long night. It's wonderfully round for night catch-ups, especially at story time. In traditional Africa, most lessons passed between elder to young generations were at fire nights in form of hidden meaning stories. It's nostalgic. Alright, we are first exploring different points before going back to the story anecdotal. Now here is the bar or drinking area where one can order their drink of choice. Now this bar is another example of how this center adores nature. Look closely and see how the structure is built around the bent tree. It was super awesome to see that. As we move back from this angle, it's clearly admirable. Moving upwards, it's actually a jackfruit tree whose fruits are becoming common supplement of meat for vegetarians such as in the UK. The tree is different from the pine trees that align the forest indeed. Here we pass the DJ area where for functions there is music at its best. Musical sounds and dancing. With the bar across, this is to encourage that on arrival you can just sit somewhere and the waiter or waitress will attend to you. But you also don't need to be under pressure to order anything. The place is just open to one's relaxation with or without order. It's nature's calling. So next time you need a place of calmness, why not just come chill without worry of too much spending? Then you can share back this beautiful area with the world. Ah, the place is huge to explore. As we take one angle, you realize we are missing out the other end. But let's explore one side of this section this side, then head out to the other, right? It's beautiful alignment of the pine trees, and it appears a bit dark inside. It's because the day was also a little cloudy, but the beautify still comes through. Now, wasn't that wonderful crossing the tiny wooden bridge before ending up at this beautiful shade that is based on the African hut house structure? Its grass-thatched roofing just adds the traditional mystery as we see several aligned, given that's how African grass-thatch housing communities align almost together in an expanded family setting. Another nostalgic village aspect. Now let's quickly take a peek at the menu. The menu provisions are both local and international, as we can see, ranging from traditional local food listing such as sweet potatoes, plantains, rice served with various sauces like chicken, beans, etc. to pizzas and hamburgers including hot and cold drinks. Everything fresh and in one package. No starving. Oh, you must have already noticed this beautiful water point here. Should we call it a lake? pond? It hosts many recreational activities with ziplining crossings, canoe rides, and of course home to aquatic life. Hold on to the end to meet them. It's beautiful panning all around. And at this point, we go back to the storyline of this recreational center. So once upon a time, Africa was divided into villages with various chiefdoms ruled by kings and queens. This is way before the Western works brought these border things, or call it country borders. Our ancestors lived in villages happily divided by villages paths without worry of the borders. So anyways, among one of the chiefdoms was that of Nyamwezi. Nyamwezi are very famous and studied through our primary social science studies. This group of people were royalty. They did a lot of amazing things, including developing some early African technology. It is said when their time was up, these great royal group did not die but disappeared inside some caves. Putting the story on hold, we have reached another interesting area. It's the spa section with its own structures too, by rhythming indeed with the rest of the greenery. The section we are at is different. This is where one can come for sauna, spa, massages. That is quite important after going through those recreational activities to free up the muscles, etc. Nice place to relax the body. And oh, did I mention the steam baths? Alright, back to our royal story. The Nyamwezi is still an admired tribal and culture royal group, talked about to date. So how does Nyungu Yamawe, as this recreational center name is called, connected to the royal group? The name Nyungu Yamawe is synonymous with the king of the Nyamwezi people in the northern part of Tanzania and southwestern Uganda. The word Nyamwezi comes from Unyamwezi, meaning a people who used to travel when the full moon was up in the sky. Most African migration occurred during the full moon season, either due to tribal wars, sheer conquest power, or diseases and disasters. Lovely bridge there to walk across the flowing tiny grass streams. Before ahead, we see a deeper ditch. Therefore, it's no surprise that this recreational park called Nyungu Yamawe therefore derives its breath from this strong African heritage and identity in promoting urban and culture tourism. The desire to bring to life this part of history and identity, from the dusty history books into a living thing, is what inspired the development of this park. The park is conserved as a green space with over 20-acre nature conservancy dedicated to creating a sustainability-based adventure lifetime learning experience. Wow, isn't that lovely? Aren't you even more motivated to come? Especially that we've learned how this park reincarnates our African ancestry culture to life, and especially nature as a way of living. Alright, we explored the other section going all round and back to the camping side. Now from the campfire site, we headed to this concluding section. And here we can a huge nice wooden amphitheater. This is really huge, and look how the seats are made of concrete. Probably this will last longer than the wood that can easily break, and it conserves nature too. This should hold conferences for organizations, team building, and perhaps weddings too. Or cinema, maybe karaoke nights. The possibilities are endless indeed. Moving from the back to the front, we see the big stage layout here with a little bridge crossing. There is even the projector veil. This also includes various artifacts like the stage guy and fish-like paintings right in the grass here. Oh, it's absolutely wonderful. And have you noticed how nice how the trees act as poles to support the concrete seats and roofing? Alright, crossing this final little bridge concludes our exploration of Nyungu Yamawe, revealing its best hidden living treasure. Can you take a guess? Clue, it's hidden within these waters. Not crocs, ha, don't worry about those, but would be nice to see one. But that will be in the actual wild. Nice African family art back there. Alright, here is the treasure reveal. It's the live fish. Fish, fish, fish. There are so many tiny and medium fishes. And when they hear voices and steps, they beautiful all come together near the water edge. It's like they know it's meal time. It's wonderful to watch how their mouth tops us halfway up the water, squealing in anticipation. It's indescribable to watch. Hope you scoot your eyes a little to see better. Yes, from this angle, there is a group over there. It's clear from afar, and another group here on the turn, not so clear to see. It's like they are divided in different family groups. And from afar from here, we capture well the beauty center of Nyungu Yamawe nature, all in one overview, a forest of tall pine trees reaching the blue skies. Organized with its edge African hut grass, thatched roofing shade, also kind of acting like a swimming rest area from the beautiful water pond, or call it lake spanned across to end of the park, reflecting back all its surroundings. It's nature at its best. If you're still wondering, the visit was during a weekday, so there are hardly people and most are arriving at this late evening hour, probably to relax before heading home. But we're sure to visit next time over the weekend. And who knows, we may take a canoe ride on this beautiful waters as seen here. But before we leave, why not first taste the food served at the venue from the menu order done earlier, right? The food takes a while to arrive, but worthy it. Fresh and nice. Be sure to taste it. Enjoy your money too. And that cat surely knows how to time a good meal. All right, we've come to the end. It's been a pleasure. Smiles.